Yeah. I'm mad at you. Dude, they get hungry and get mad at you.
It's fucked
and
up.
tired.
It's truly
Hunger and being tired is your fault.
dude. And then they can't eat. They're like, I couldn't eat. It's like, yeah, you fucking could.
Yeah.
You eat like with Uber Eats now. It's like, dude, it's a click of a button.
Yeah.
You had every opportunity. They like starve themselves into just like a pure rage, and it's like that's both of these
and
are
then
completely
it's your fault.
unnecessary. Oh, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's like both your anger and your starvation are purely unnecessary. We have the means technologically, financially. We have physical food in the house.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
And then they munch, dude. Then
Bro.
they'll sit down and fucking house shit.
It's crazy, dude.
And be like, I shouldn't have eaten that much. I hate myself. It's like, well, that's because you don't eat. We'll go out to dinner, you eat one bite.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm trying not to eat. Like, well, why'd you make me take you out to dinner?
Well, then they'll go home
And
and
then
order.
I eat the other meal.
Yep.
I'm like, we're not going to leave this.
Of course not.
I'm going to munch 2 meals every time we go out
Yeah,
to
but
eat
then they'll
now.
go home and eat like ice cream with impunity, dude. They'll go
No
home
problem.
and just munch a fucking gallon of ice cream, and it's just like, dude, you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
We all are.
True.
But silence. If you want a good Catholic,
Put her to bed.
If you're interested, if you want a quiet wife and you want to get in touch with your spirituality,
That'd
I
be
know
great.
you were reading about Paul.
Yeah.
It'll fire
Dude,
you up.
I have so much to talk about, Paul.
Let me hear about Paul.
Dude, so
This is pure Catholicism, this episode.
that's all there is, man.
Ever since my scare with death this week, yesterday,
Pure Catholicism.
I'm back to the power.
Yeah, you must be, dude.
The truth. It's the universal truth.
Dude, Paul. So at the time, Corinthians, I didn't know Corinth was in Greece. So he was the lead temple in Corinth was the Temple of Aphrodite, which was you go have ritual sex with prostitutes. So you'd bring an animal.
You can use pussy.
Oh my God, you're gonna eat like, and bit of an Epstein's island.
Yeah.
Because these women, what they talked about too, a lot of the
Holy shit.
A lot of the temple.
I got a big one for you. Coming up. I got a big one.
A lot of the temple maidens, they would be a hot commodity to be married off.
Yeah.
So like if you were trying to get your son a wife, you'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna get him one of those retired child prostitutes because she's skilled in bed, and it's like hot as fuck. For the time.
It's nice when dudes view it like that. When it's like, oh, she's skilled in bed.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh. There's two ways you can view it. I know some guys that view it like skilled in bed. Nice.
Dude, you walk like a bull to the thing. You want to get the best sacrifice. It was a fellowship sacrifice.
Yeah.
So you bring a bull and then you sacrifice it, and they would cook the meat and give you a little bit. And then at the top of the temple, like out of the back, whatever, they would sell all the best meat in the marketplace. So that's how the Temple of Aphrodite would just be powerful, rich as fuck. Ritual sex. They're selling all the best meat that they're just getting for free. So then, like, you would walk there, have sex, and then, like, there'd be dudes just, like walking by, like, a hot dog stand. Just like, damn, let me get, like, a rack of ribs. And it was the best meat. But when Paul came through, the problem was that was all the... If you wanted to go munch, that was the best meat coming out of the Temple of Aphrodite. First of all, you had to go to church. You could either go fuck prostitutes. You could either go... Just no qualms, go to Epstein's Island, like everyone being like, yeah, dude, that's what we do as a society. Yeah. Or you had to go, nah, that stuff's fucking lame. I'm going to go chill with the early Church of Corinth or St. Paul. So it was tough wrangling those boys, dude.
Yeah.
What you're up against.
How could you get away? Yeah.
What you're up against, it's unfathomable, dude. To be like, but the thing is like, how did you talk these dudes out of that? To be like, what was going on?
The pussy and meat temple?
Yeah, dude.
Let me tell you something. I'm at the pussy and meat temple.
I mean, they must have been having it. But to think about it, it must have been pretty unfulfilling on some level for these dudes to be like, yeah, dude, this shit's fucked. This stinks. I've been at the pussy and meat temple. What you would think. I mean, imagine if Buffalo Wild Wings makes one... Exactly. If Hooters makes one small tweak.
Yeah, where the girls actually fuck
you. If you bring the wings, you can eat the waitress's pussy. That's basically what happens.
But then you get to eat someone's pussy and... You
get one wing, and you get to eat your pussy. Fellowship sacrifice. So you eat the pussy, and like, here's one wing of the 12 of the dozen wings.
Some wings
then you can buy some
around back and buy the wings.
Exactly.
So you get to fuck the Hooters waitress, you bring a tray of food, and then you go buy somebody else who made something better, probably.
Yes, exactly. That's what they were up against, dude. That's what they were up against. That's what...
I'll fire this idea.
You could show up and be like, I'm with my fucking stepmom. This is cool. And he'd be like, no, dumbass, you can't do that. But they sent letters. Dude, all the letters were them being like, can we eat the meat from the whore temple? And he was like, yeah, dude, just don't worry about that.
Yeah,
You can eat the meat from
who gives
Horda.
a shit.
He's
It's
like, that
bad.
shit's
You
not even
shouldn't be
real.
doing it.
Literally goes, Aphrodite's bullshit, dude. This stuff's not even real. Don't eat it.
Paul does rule.
He does, yeah.
I was looking at some shit. And my namesake. Saint Sebastian.
Have your eyes go to the archive, dark yet raider? Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep. Though my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
Being nice when you're doing He said that's a And he holds this dude, it's the wildest shit.
There's Maverick. Yeah. The aliens up there were like, stars, we're good. You think it's a fucking...
They think all these people
do you have any equipment you don't want or you want to trade for? I'll take it.
What's this weird talking about?
Let's go to that location. Let's go to the archives.
sorry? Yeah.
Head home at the lobby metro.
Dude, the stars turned in straight lines, and I was just like, "Fuck me, fuck, dude." It was, but I got home.
You can't do that. You can't be doing that. Was your whole family in the car?
No, of course not.
So I had, dude, don't worry, Phil I told you, when we went to Notre Dame, Phil would probably get close to blackout. And then put fucking 10 8th graders and 7th graders in a huge van and just drive
We
around.
had a paintballing trip that was the same thing. It was just not. It was all the dads were blacked out.
Yeah.
and then like the kids would fight each other.
It's crazy.
Kids would fist
Dads
fight.
have zero qualms about the U.S. About driving under.
They were allowed to do it. They were allowed to do it.
Well, they just get an Uber. It's not a big deal.
No, that'd be weird. For that, I mean, for that guy,
It
dude,
is kind of effeminate to leave your car.
dude, imagine you're 70, not 70, 60 or whatever, and just some like fucking R2.
Board back online. Discharge for bombs. Release on hold.
Exactly. You're getting driven somewhere. It's like they're like, is this gay thing is so oppressive. That they're
You
just
see
like,
old dudes get like, so you just
Go to the tunnel hatch. Air shaft.
take ayahuasca and see these visions of like intertwined helixes, and they're like, yeah, it's DNA, bro.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's your DNA talking to you. It's
Your
being like,
DNA,
yo, bro,
dude.
this is what life really is. Just floating helixes flying around. deconstructing realities. So yeah, you're Jeremy Narby. You're Jeremy Narby, same
Narby
page.
and
Christian
Murphy.
Murphy. Enlightenment's purely physical, dude. This guy claims that he stopped thinking altogether. He's like, I just stopped answering questions in my own brain.
Yeah.
And then since thinking's a purely physical process, the whole structure just breaks down. All your thoughts just implode, and you just become like a newborn baby in an adult body, and you're just walking around just like. Dudes are interviewing him, and they're like, how do you talk about it? He's like, I just literally say what I'm saying. That's all I do. I had a girlfriend who remembers every time she walks in, he's just like, there she is. I forget her.
I'm on that.
Yeah, pretty tight, dude. You might be right.
Every once in a while. Yeah. Pretty much.
It's the natural state. So the dude's name is, I think it's Joseph McMoneagle. Joseph McMoneagle. Yeah, Joseph McMoneagle. He had the worst fucking his childhood. He grew up in the projects of Miami. Trick Daddy, Mom and Dade. He grew up in the projects of Miami in like the 50s, dude. And it fucking stunk, dude. He just had a sad life. His dad was an absolute alcoholic. His mom was like a smart lady who just fucked up and married this dude, and then just gave up and started drinking. And pretty sick. But he was so tortured as a young child that he would hallucinate a young rabbit coming into his bed to comfort him at night. So he would his sister they would talk, like she heard voices, and he was like, nah, all I have is like sometimes a little bunny creeps into my bed and just like comforts me. His neighborhood was so fucked up. He had like gang members. He was just like, it was like
Sometimes I
gangs.
bring a bunny into the bed.
It was gangs in New York. He grew up in gangs in New York. I think like grabbed one of his sister's ass, so he like smacked it in the face with a baseball bat. I think the thing that stopped him before it was really funny, but terrible childhood. He's like, gotta get out of here. Gets on the fucking bus. He's like, he can't get out of Florida. He was like the 60s. He's like, I can't. If I try to leave, I'll just get too hungry. It's gonna take me 2 days to get out if I try to hitchhike. So he joins the military, gets in a bus, gets out of there. And he's a pretty smart dude, so he goes through boot camp. His tests are really high. So eventually, intelligence, the INSCOM is like, dude, we need this guy. He's really fucking smart.
Yeah.
So INSCOM, they draft him, but he starts doing Morse code, where he's doing like Morse code cracking. But you have to sit there and be able to, you have to memorize Morse code in like all in different languages. And he was like, it's too fucking hard. So he was ready to give up. So he just goes out one night and gets hammered. He's a young man at this point. He's like, I'm gonna show up hammered. They're gonna discover him. They're like, I'm gonna get discovered. They'll send me to Vietnam. Fuck this. I don't care. He's like, just relax. And he's like, oh shit, this is kind of easy. So he figured out the secrets.
Getting drunk, and I can speak Spanish and not get drunk. when I was
Really?
in Spain. There's no hesitation. You're not like thinking or worried about like, do I sound dumb? This is complicated.
That's what happened. He was.
Yeah, you get a little hammered. You're like, oh, I know.
Dude, that's what happened. What's up, Fred? So he's like, I was hammered and I like relaxed, and I was like, oh, actually, if I stop like putting up such a fight, I can let the word. I'll just translate, and not worry about if it's right or not. So he became top of his class. Got hammered, cracked the code, top of his class.
Let's move to that location.
no, that's great.
So there was like the one part before that he got divorced. And she didn't speak the language, so she couldn't like so he just had one sit in the house like, and then she went back to Miami.
That can suck.
He cheated on her back in Miami.
Of course you did.
But he was so fucking devastated that
Toes and tricks, dude.
dude, on the military base, when he did, he was so devastated, he turned back to the bottle, started getting drunk all the time.
Yeah.
And then he started partying with girls. So he would go out to all those military women and just go,
Just get drunk and start partying with
somehow. And it's kind of slow.
The Jeep's good, but we can walk to the, if we can maybe get you out of here. Wait, hold on, we need the deep boot, we need the deep boot. Oh, shit, I got you right here. Yeah.
I got you, but I got you.
Thank you, Rob.
That's the dream working right there.
I agree with you, guys.
Came and sat on his leg to keep it from moving. He was fully fucked up, dude.
This is wild.
He had to take 4 days off. He had to go get treated and get like his body. He was fucked up. He said his eyes were rolling in the back of his
This is all
head.
like keep a pension.
Dude, he fucking ran the second mile, just collapsed, fat as fuck, all perked up, and he had dog legs. Still, his one leg was still moving like a dead bug, and his friend held his leg down. And then he was able to like continue on his business.
Nice.
Dude, it's so nice. And then he divorced. And then he shortly after divorced his second wife, dude.
What?
And his son was like, "Yo, Dad, can I live with you?" And he's like, "Things are too treacherous right now, dude. No." He also had a son that was kind of in the ring. He popped up on his son, saw that his stepfather and him had a loving relationship, and he was like, "I don't want to complicate things. Let me get back to remote viewing." And it was just like, damn, these Russian submarines are fucking huge, dude. You guys know about these things? Dude, you were saying he claims to have seen I don't know what they're called, but there are Russian submarines that are like a football field long.
Yeah.
With like nuclear warheads. He was like, dude, I saw these big tubes of metal, and they were like, damn, this is some sort of like marine, like Russian Navy thing.
Sure.
And they were like, shut up. And he would give reports, and they'd be like, shut up, dude. Fucking
Yeah, obviously, shut up.
Get the
Some
fuck
fucking
outta
dumb
here.
fat guy with a cane walks in and is like, I can see the Russian submarines. Why? How is this guy here?
Dude, it was a whole branch of the military. There was a whole
No,
branch.
I know. They tried.
Oh yeah, they went for it. They said in 1995 the CIA dug up all the reports, and they're still. I guess they were.
The men who stare at goats type shit.
Yeah, that was all from. Oh God, what's the name? There was a general. Who took it too far. This guy claimed remote viewing's legit, but then guys got too far out. This guy claims to have done live demonstrations for I forget how many people, where he helped garner information to find missing children. And he said he found, like, it was in Japan, he said he found 50 of the street. But he says he goes at best to 60-70%. Where's this? But they said they had files where it'd be like they'd put a manila envelope with a picture of a building the guy's never seen, and that was blind to like the person doing the thing.
Yeah.
And they'd have to sit and sketch things, and afterwards they'd both open it and be like, what the fuck? But, you know, obviously, you know, it'd be like squares. I see a square.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was, but the military, it was so funny because people would be like, dude, his
Just hold
officers,
Literally.
his officers would be like, dude, please, we beg you to come back and run our computers for us and stop fucking being a psychic. And he'd be
Yeah.
like, our country needs me, brother. They're like, dude,
I
you're-
would keep the psychic job. I'd be like, this shit's sick. All I have to do is lie to people
It
constantly.
was kind of goat. It was kind of goat, dude. He would sit there all day. But he said they got slammed. He said they were getting crushed with reports. Like, they were like, the FBI wanted to actually, like,
Yeah.
everyone was like, what's up? We need this. We need this. He claims to have things saying that he gave credible information with the FBI.
Try one, they're good. It's good nicotine.
So he claims a lot of the reports got burnt and shredded. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, the guy's like, I shredded it. He's like, I did not tell you to shred it. He's like, oh, the general said we could change your mind.
Whoa.
So he claims that I think it was General Stubbenbuck. That was the head general being like, hold on. That was the guy who was doing the bending spoon parties and took it to like the really weird paranormal stuff. He was saying 20 there was a top Igor Swami.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Hello, Discord reader.
and no one
Would you like some blueprints?
Let's head home at the loading bay metro.
I gotta place it down and kill mine better. Okay, clear. Look at it. Oh yeah, oh wait. I'll take one. We'll take those. We'll take them. Yeah, I barely have any blueprints. The only one I have is a stinker grenade. That's the only blueprint I have. Okay.
I was squeezed. I was saying, whoa, what's going on down here? I wasn't masturbating, please. How dare you? For sure.
What were you doing?
Oh, you were giving the gun off.
You were off. You were assessing how much you
I
like
was like, whoa, this is a good fight. I like this fight.
You gotta start, first of all, you gotta start showing off. If you're hard as hell, don't let someone.
Go through security.
Girls dress like sluts all the time. We gotta hide our boners on the plane.
Yeah, I have to talk
Bullshit.
my boner to get to.
Why do we have to repress our sexuality, dude? We're basically women are all in me. Jeans are thick as hell by design, dude. Imagine doing like really awesome tight biker shorts to show off the microphone. Guys going around. Yeah. All show that.
Tina's flag fly. Oh man. And then I flew to Florida. I got there, the flight was delayed in the morning. Then my connecting flight was delayed.
Yeah.
Then I got there, had to go straight to the show from the flight, from the hungover flight.
Oh.
Oh.
Yikes.
And the first flight hungover, I didn't even get first class.
What?
You believe that? A guy like me wearing a Mar-a-Lago polo didn't get first class? What are you talking about?
You huddled in the back.
Dude, I can't do it. I'm too fat and wide. I was against the wall, but like my arms have to go like this. Otherwise,
Really?
it's fully
Who's
against.
the next to?
Just a nice woman.
The best.
Just a nice, prettier old woman. It was nice. But I still felt bad putting my entire body against her.
You gotta merge with her. You gotta become one with her.
Yes.
You gotta turn around and as soon as you take off, just go, look, I'm in complete control right now.
Yes.
I'm
Lady.
in complete control.
I am about to break down. That fucked me up. And it was late, so like I was gonna miss the connecting flight. So then I was gonna miss the show.
I feel like it's almost every flight now. It's like it's a 50-50
Dude,
chance.
it is. The flights are just chaos.
What's their fucking problem?
I have no idea. I think they might have tried to.
Momentary difficulties because of the supply chain.
Yeah.
So the supply chain, dude.
Oh, this is why my second flight was delayed. This flight attendant just fainted What? And had to go to the hospital. So then they were like, we need to wait another hour till the next flight attendant gets here.
You would think
And
they
it was
could like
just
3D
dude,
print
just
those.
tough it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you-
like, look, there's got to be a slot on the flight that will do that. You know, like a medical emergency, like, take over and see that drinks.
Yo, what was that movie with the pilot who, like, the beer called the Hudson?
Well, that was Sully. He was good.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing like coke and shit.
No, that's Flight.
Flight. I think
We've
it's
had
Flight.
this discussion before because I thought Flight was good.
Flight's not real.
Flight's playing upside down. I was like, damn, that guy's the best
That
at
was the Miracle in the Hudson.
The Miracle on the Hudson was Sully crashed into the water.
So with Denzel doing coke.
Denzel doing coke. Yeah.
Wasn't that based on the Hudson? That was just a fun movie.
They just both came out at the same time. That was like Armageddon and the other.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. I for sure was like thought the guy who landed on Hudson was on coke.
Dude, Sully was
So that's like the my point is that's like the morning of the air. Hold on. Morning of Just also gay trans dude, gay guy. What are you doing?
girl, where are you? We're a gay beast.
This is having sex at like 4 in the morning. I gotta go.
And then he just never came back. It was so bad. I had to try. Collect my scraps.
You tried?
I need to pay. Just being a bad bitch.
Dude, I got busted being I was walking around. You're the gas station. They went inside to get their snacks in particular, dude.
Yeah.
And I was waiting, probably like 15 I didn't see it around me. I was like, where is this fool? Out loud. Right next to me.
This fucking idiot. Where is he?
Dude, I was, where is this fool? And all of a sudden the guy was right there and he's like, can I help you? I was like, hey man. Hey,
I suck at it.
regular.
In New Jersey, I'm work. I try to be like, thank you. And then, you know, the fucking just Arab dudes pump my gas. This shit stinks.
Yeah.
Whenever they don't say, like, you're welcome, I'm like, thank you. Like, it's like 2 a.m. at a Wawa.
This was like a white guy, kind of my age.
No,
I was
good.
like, hey. He was kind of like, okay.
You woke him up.
Sure, he was fucking taking the seat. I waited the whole time.
Oh, I don't like it. I'm there. This is bullshit.
That was actually,
I had to play a hockey machine for 6 hours at both times. Just foolishness.
so you're on the plane, you're next to the lady.
I could have shot.
Could have,
But dude, when you, I don't see
not a lot.
there's no, it was me and another unit. 2 units. She had sitting. You were already sitting down. She was the last one to sit. Between me and that dude, it was fucking insane. Dude, it was like 2 units. Exactly. If we got the plane crash, she would have been in a bubble.
It's like the Revenant when he goes inside the horse.
She would have made it.
She probably the whole time was more for you guys to like fully lean into it and feel it. It's like double dadding for you. All your daddies wait on you, 2 daddies leaning against you. She's probably like, oh.
Yeah, if you could get past it.
That could be fun. Just a lady getting creamed by 2 big units, dude.
That actually sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm definitely watching that.
It's awesome. that one did react, I think. And this. Oh, thanks a ton, man. Well, there's more of those for your bag. Thank you. Oh my god, I got
because I'm just, but it was just, so I called some major up, say like, hey, yeah, it's good. I was like, we're good, we're sorry. I'm waiting for him just to tell me he's not going to hurt my feelings. We're going to reset him into the next class. I guess 6 years of training now. And he's like, okay. My guys that were doing training out over the aircraft, and then he said, hey, your wife's better, everything's good, you know, make it to the course. Some end, you know.
What did it feel like getting you're the first class to graduate OTC?
I thought of that till you just said it. Typical fashion, it's like, hey, great job.
No.
Oh no, so then whenever it comes, and now then you get the team, right? And that would be nice. I'm gonna say Chuck for me was like, how good do these guys really need?
What's modern?
It's like, yeah. So it's like, hey, how good will these guys be? I've been doing CQB, NSF for a while, been to CQB stores and stuff. It's like, now OTC faster and that much better, like, because I don't know what that is, you know what I mean? And a little bit arrogant guy myself, you know? And so when you get to the team and then at PIC, you know, he says to me, hey, we're going on team runs, we're going to do some TV in the village, like, hey, man, just for 10 nights, me being my little bit of arrogance, like, so what did I do for the next 2 weeks? You know, because you get on the team, these dudes doing it at this level together, this, like that. Like you guys, you know each other. Hardened mind, body, and spirit, dude. I was about as prepared as you can get to go to war.
How long was it after you graduated OTC before you went out the door on your first?
2 months.
That's it.
2, maybe 3. I'm not sure, a couple, but minimal, no more than 3.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the deployment.
All right.
I want to tell you about this business venture I've been on for about the past 7 or 8 months. It's finally come to fruition. I've been hell-bent on creating the cleanest functional mushroom supplement on the planet, and that all kind of stemmed from this psychedelic treatment. Came out of it, got a ton of benefits, haven't had a drop of alcohol in almost 2 years. I'm more in the moment with my family. And that led me down researching the benefits of just everyday functional mushrooms. And I started taking some supplements. I even repped a brand. And shows, looking for the finest ingredients, and in doing that, I ran into this guy. Maybe you've heard of him. His name's Laird and his wife, Gabby Reese, and they have an entire line of supplements with all the finest ingredients. And we got to talking. Turns out they have the perfect functional mushroom supplement. It's actually called Performance Mushrooms. And this has everything. It's USDA organic. It's got chaga, cordyceps, lion's mane, maitake. This stuff is amazing for energy balance, for cognition. Look, just being honest, I see a lot of people taking care of their bodies. I do not see people taking care of their brain. This is a product, guys. And so we got to talking, and our values seemed very aligned. We're both into the functional mushrooms. And after a lot of back and forth, I am now a shareholder in the company.
Forklift, make room to 3 miles, closing the rail.
Supplement on the planet. You can get this stuff at LairdSuperfoods.com. You can use the promo code SRS. That'll get you 20% off these performance mushrooms or anything in the store. They got a ton of good stuff. Once again, that's LairdSuperfoods.com. Use the promo code SRS. It'll get you 20% off.
Vigilance Elite Patreon has fueled what you now see today, the Sean Ryan Show. Because of our patrons and their support has enabled us to produce the best quality productions that you see weekly, including our small team that continues to grow. I've done a complete restructure of Vigilance Elite Patreon in 2024 by adding new and improved tiers and giving them a unique name. Tier 1 is now known as the Seeker, Tier 2 is known as the Protector, and Tier 3 is now known as the Defender. And our newest tier, Tier 4, is known as the Patriots. One of our top benefits by joining Tier 1 is getting early access to all of the Sean Ryan shows. This includes both audio and video. Our Tier 2 option houses the old school tactical training library that is still used today, along with our newest benefit, a behind-the-scenes tape of the Sean Ryan Show. I also include my file notes that you can discuss in the next episode. Tier 3 is the next option that allows you to have an end-of-the-month Zoom call with me, 24-hour early access first drops, and a chance to be featured in the Sean Ryan Show by asking a question for me to ask the guest. Our last tier is for those that are committed to the cause and expect to although you will get access to tiers 1, 2, and 3. No matter how big or small the success of Sean Ryan Show. See, without you, there would be no team to support me, and the thousands and thousands, possibly millions of lives that we've been able to have positive impacts on would never happen. And for that, I would like to personally thank you. You can join me today for as little as $5 a month by visiting Vigilance Elite Patreon. All right, Tom, we're back, and we've just finished up the situation. You're on your team. Getting ready to go.
Yeah, so that first one that I went to was Afghanistan. Not anything glamorous or things I got results of that is so we really without the whole story of the mission. It was, hey, go and go.
So Jesus. Sup, man?
In that, they told us that it's just like a piece of plywood, 2x4, a whole sheet of plywood. You know what I mean? So it's bring it there's a C-23 airplane sitting there. As soon as we turn that way, gases, as luck he gases that way to that whole sheet of plywood, holding on to and holding down, 2x4 of course, takes it away. And that thing comes up, so it knocked me back, and the other guys in the team back there, I could come to, set back up, come back and pick up truck and set back up. And then, this is my first one, like ever. My whole life was built up to this moment, and I get so my 2IC comes around in front of me, and I'm thinking that blood's coming out of my nose. There's a lot on my kid. Coming out of my nose.
Where? Oh yeah, I was about to. Thank you. Yeah, do you have a El Toro? You need it? Huh? You can take it out of. Yeah, bro. Taking my shotgun off of me, you know what I mean? They'll do full charges out of my face, you know what I mean? Because obviously I'm not going, so I'm gonna have to cover down a little bit. And so now I start feeling better. I leveled back out, I set up, and I was like, oh, Steve's got a black
So I was a little bit concerned, like, hey, am I going to go too far? Am I going to, what's going to happen? I don't really feel it. I have experience of it. And so, there's no target, my main target super fast. A lot of hands-on stuff. But it was absolutely appropriate. You know, we had a whole life force not to. And then everything shows, you know, a good amount of work. Like I said, I did a hell of a lot. I was going to be a rage monster. That's what I was at one time in my life. You know, it was like, so it's fine. Like, yet again, okay, man, I'm trusting in God. You know what I mean? And doing what I'm supposed to be doing. It just makes me exactly what I need to be. The person is.
How did you mentally prepare for that first time? You only had 12 months.
This just was so ready. I mean, it was like 11 years old. Kind of guy. It was like, I didn't make light of it by any means. You know, it was the real deal.
An arc orbiter is en route. Safety certification. 10 minutes to get out. 10 minutes. Due to the terrain, and as soon as we landed,
I was on this lead bird closest to the ropes, and so in the tail end, and the other bird was landing over this way. And so big thing in my mind was it was all night vision, was to be like looking for that first assaulter that came on my sled from the other bird. You know what I mean? Obviously what's going on in front, I got my guy to the left, but really like, cause I don't know where they're gonna land, I don't know what angle they're gonna come in on, but I need to see whenever one of our assaulters comes into my line of sight. So I got my mind on that piece, and the dude ends up, they didn't have any weapons on them in the vehicle, which is weird. So homie, we're getting off the bird, and he goes around the back of the car, opens up the, kind of the trunk. He has like bedrolls and stuff on top of all the guns, so he's doing all this, and meanwhile we're just closing the deck, you know what I mean, start closing the deck, moving up to because just the cutout handle on the side, and as soon as he cleared, I mean, it didn't even clear the truck, but as soon as I seen that it was a weapon there in his hand, that's whenever I started shooting him, and it was clear as day for me, as far as so much training, so much time, and like so hyper alert. The guy, because I was looking for my assaulter coming in, I was super high alert. Every dot, I knew where every single round was landed, you know what I mean, until everybody else came online and started shooting also, and then everybody got out, and it was a big gunfight at that point. Well, they didn't get much shooting then, but we did, kind of deal.
How many of them were there?
There was 1, 2, and 1 vehicle.
Discharge. Want you to discharge this sport or down. I don't care.
But that was the first time that, I had killed another human being, 100% sure of me right then at that time.
So,
Let's head home at the Eastern Station.
Stereotyping, but I wasn't one of the crusader guys, right? Like Islam, Christianity, some guys develop that crusader kind of bond. For me, in my relationship is, and I am a Christian, how my relationship works with is like, when I'm good before my maker, and I tell him what I've done, I'm going to tell him that I'm murdered people. The murder defined as, you had a plan, you executed the plan, and you killed a human being.
Nothing here to see, just pods on rails. Raiders, take your seat. Launching in 5.
But I'm not going to hide in some piece of the Bible that says it's okay that I kill other human beings because this says that. If that is the truth, cool, I win on that anyway. You know, but I'm not willing to feel my guys and shit about
Let's go to space travel. Have your eyes adjusted to the dark yet, Raider? Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep, though my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
to the point, like I said, it was super professional for a long time, and then 06, you know what I mean, I got and that's when there was a little bit of soul sickness that happened with me. To him, and I was like, fuck. Something's changed. Like, something's wrong, man. Like, that's wrong. Like, I should be able, I mean, I have a wonderful family. I have all of this wonderful stuff in my life. And what I just said is not true. Anytime I feel anything, I'm talking about it. Yeah, I mean, it's something.
Do you understand why that is?
Completely.
What is it?
So everything was professional. It wasn't the killing, you know. It wasn't what war. The thing that I was completely and totally unprepared for and fucking crushed me was caring for wounded American soldiers. That was what got me. And so it's like, there was really, and thank God I was there. I mean, I always think it because, I mean, the level of medical trauma, medical experience, you know, that we have, I mean, like tissue, like we were more experienced than most medics, you know, and but I would be in these 3 different situations that were mass casualty events to some different degree. The first one was in 04. Whenever we were out with conventional guys, and it was, you know, there's one got killed and 8 of them were wounded, and which is me and another operator providing medical support to him. And their medic, who was psychologically checked out at the time, he had a freeze mode, fight, freeze. He was just stuck in freeze for a little while. So we were working, and then working with Americans during that time, and it was just that was the reality of war in America. Even more intimate. We had a lot of significant emotional events in the war. That was part of it. That was one of them. So in 04, which it ties into what we're talking about, so we won't derail us too much. So in 04, you know, that's when everything changed. You know, 03 time, we were chasing the death. Everybody's chasing the death. And now the death's gone, or mostly gone, all the big boys are gone. And now they're talking about these foreign fighters. And it's like, chasing the death, you know what I mean? And during that time frame, other than the guys on the initial invasion, that was a lot of war that they fought, you know, and then there was just pockets of it that were after that, you know, and a lot of times we were running around the country with impunity, I mean, like, they're my deployment started whenever I hung up the Blackwater. First on those guys. That was when our trip first kind of started on Ramadi. So that's where we were. So prior to the first battle with Fallujah, we were in Ramadi doing different stuff, and then there was a mass casualty event. So we were at our little base that we were at. The big base we called Junction City. There was a big Marine base, you know, with all that in Ramadi. And then they came over the radio. It's like, hey, anybody who's in medical training, come to the cache in Junction City. All right, and then so we went over there, and that was just surreal kind of stuff. You know, it's like, okay, they're calling for everybody. That's a full-up cache. Like, we're in the cache already. Like, here's something ginormous. Figured they brought in a convoy, you know? Because you normally hear mortar fire and shit. I mean, it's from Ramadi, you know, 4 days. So we're going over there. We don't really know what is happening. We're supposed to be going to the cache, but we come by this big open field. We look across this open field, and there's a small crater there, and then there's 3 dudes. One guy, he is dead, you know, and the one guy, of course, is his best friend. He's doing CPR on him. And then there's somebody, a medic, you know, that was because he's dead as shit. So we go running up there, and it's like, and we actually had a few surgeons that were trying to do this. So we had like, you know, a PlayStation team for this event on top of what they already had. I'm talking like almost 3 surgeons for this, you know. So that just, so we see that, and our medic, he understood what we were doing. This guy, that's his buddy. So he grabbed him, you know, and he's like, hey man, he's got this. I'm a medic, you know what I mean? And then the other medic took over. Hey, where's everybody else? And this is not what they needed. It's like everything else. He still hadn't known what had happened. He didn't know what had happened. So what happened is they were getting ready to do a big convoy, like Baghdad, wherever they were going. They were, you know, on base, in a protected area, somewhat protected area. And they were going to do a convoy brief. Hey, bring everybody in. Doing a convoy brief with like 50 vehicles and then a shit ton of dudes. So there's like 60 people in a, you know, corralled up in a small group, and then 82mm mortar lands perfectly in the middle. Perfectly in the middle. You can't make it up. Have most of them, appropriately didn't have the armor. You know what I mean? Like they're where they can be. So it destroyed them. So when we got to the cache and we made the clear and came back around, there's 32 dudes laid out. Like at least 10 of them are like bleeding out right now. There's already about half an inch of blood on the whole little concrete pad that we were on in the back of this little building. And then in this summertime, you know what I mean? Or springtime is still hot as shit. And so we come back here and we're like, wow, like just start working. You know what I mean? So we just immediately start plugging holes and everything. It was a huge event. And then 3 guys had already died. And it was so much that 32 guys got through a black. So not just little ones here, they were like, we can't run off the notes. 32. So that was like, you know, mass casualty defined as there's more wounded than there is folks that can help the wounded, you know, and it was, you know, just all, I mean, everybody was all working. And then all these little, experiences, all these little surreal things that would happen. So guys that were on the gurney that were bleeding alive. It was super hot outside, and we were getting blood, dripping blood, it's just like the odd things is what always hang me up. And so we were constantly working for a few hours, and then I should have been selected. I mean, as hard as it was, I was passing out, chugging water, and so everything calmed down. So emotions aside, everything calmed down. And so we started cleaning up. I mean, it's just all blood. I mean, we got the guys out, you know what I mean? And so we're cleaning it up. And then I just had this overwhelming, I started tripping out a little bit. Now the emotions but I just didn't want, I just didn't want the blood to soak into that. So I was like, scooping it up and doing all this stuff. And Nurse comes over, and she, around season pass, and she sees I'm kind of a little bit of something going on. And she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm cleaning." Okay. Are you gonna help? Nope. Okay. So I keep cleaning, you know what I mean? And then I start getting weird with it, you know what I mean? Like I got a scrub brush, like trying to get up little pieces of, and there's like puddles of blood everywhere else. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's just my mind trying to protect itself from the amount of emotion that is overwhelming me at this time, So I'm tripping out pretty good, and I'm just trying to clean the blood. Nurse comes over again. She's like, "Hey," look up at her. She's like, "Yeah, what?" She's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm cleaning up," like I said before. She said, "I know." And she said, "And you're done with that now, because what's happening next, we're going to bring the fire truck over here, and use the water hose, and we're going to wash all this blood down, because we're going to get ready not to do this again." You understand? Roger that. So I got it. But it affected me, man. That was the first thing. I was like before, it really affected me. I wasn't prepared like all the things I talked about prepared for. I was not prepared to be a consultant. All of that. That was the first thing. The other kind of aspects of significant emotion.
How long did it take you to rebalance?
Pretty quick, man. It was like, because there was me and a couple of my buddies on the same team together doing that piece, and our other teammates there. So we got that, we talked about, I know it's what's up, man. Yeah. He's like, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." "You all right?" That was the thing about me being sober, was like I did not have the benefit of medication, external. Whether that was booze, again, not judging anybody that did their thing that way, but I just couldn't. So I had to do a lot of writing, a lot of praying, a lot of talking, But my connection to reality and war, I've been sober for quite a long time at that point, and I was sponsoring a lot of guys, but I'd be in Iraq on an Iridium phone, calling my sponsees, checking on them, seeing how they're doing. "Okay, looks like we're doing meetings. Okay, you sponsor me?" I'd be digging into them, man. It's like, what's happening? You know what I mean? But that was my touch back to reality. Because there wasn't a lot of guys that I could talk to on the levels that I wanted to talk to. The best of friends that were doing anything for me. But we were just on different paths in life, spiritually or whatever. So I would always continue to do that. So we would process it. So even though we didn't call it that, we kind of talk about it a little bit, and kind of AAR, you know what I mean? And it wasn't too awful at that point in time. But then some things started stacking up. So then it was like Henry at the first night was for me.
Are you telling your wife any of this stuff?
No. So
what are you telling her?
So my wife and I, that's why I'm so, husband and wife's dynamic is so special. It's so different between every single one of us, So my wife and I are pretty freaking tough as human beings. Not probably, she's way tougher than I am. So in Vietnam, we share our whole worlds to one another. You know what I mean? We're just, we've always had this wonderful, great communication, honesty, respectful, communicate what needs to be communicated. But like, I didn't want her to know certain things about me, and she didn't want to know me because she doesn't want to think any differently of me, and I don't want her to think any differently. More than likely she would have.
You said things.
Yeah, so that was, so here's an example of that happened to us one night, you know, we were laying in bed. And I was like, hey, I'm going to university of employment, just got out of about my meetings and talking to my guys. You're not working process, but we don't get into each other's business. You know, we're girls. She handles her stuff there, but I know guys. What we need to talk about together, we talk about together, and this is how we realize that we're never going to get it right between the two of us. And so we're sitting in bed, I'm going through a lot of stuff, and she's thinking that not the truth, you know, and then for me, I'm feeling super bad because the guys, you know, I mean, that's what I was trying to reconcile, you know, I mean, was war, part of war, and like piecing all that stuff together, that we were talking about this yet. And so she finally just came out and said, hey, I know you're upset, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I want you to know it's okay, and I know that you're upset because you had killed me. I started laughing, and she's like, what? Like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't feel bad about it at all. And she's like, well, I don't need to know that. It's like, okay, so here's our rules moving forward. We don't talk about what happens unless it's necessary. You know, so that's our little dynamic. So a lot of the stuff, like Lori won't even watch a lot of this. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, some
Still
of
to this day.
yeah, because she doesn't need to. She doesn't want to. She has no desire. She doesn't care. There's not. She's not blessed. You know, she's always been my grounding agent. You know what I mean? She's been what's connected me to reality, true reality, not what I make believe reality is at the time. You know. So yeah, she has no interest. Like there was like a lot of times like see me in training.
inbound. Stand by.
Yeah, I kind of know stuff about this, you know. It's a big joke. She's always been that's why she's my person. And yeah, so that stuff started, I think, the theme that I've seen with some others.
Train has arrived. Stand by. You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes. Train ready for departure.
Into 06, and then in 06 was where it all changed for me. Short version of the mission is that we
no
were
short version.
well, the OPSEC-wise short version is we were on a 3-day mission with a conventional unit. This team that I was, it wasn't my team, it was all guys that I knew. They were short of 2 IC, and they needed me to come with them on this 3-day op, and it was in, they called it the Triangle of Death. Mahmoudiya, Yusufia, just south of Baghdad. It was a southern foreign fighter pipeline, and that's when we had just lost the guy the trip before. They shot down 3 or 4 helicopters. I mean, it was on. So we wanted to clean up that area. It's full of foreign fighters, and so it was good. And this battalion, so it was a battalion operation. And we were just there to augment and assist. And we had so with this conventional unit doing battalion ops, I mean, it was textbook, you know, like companies out, you know, mortars in the back, fire support, blocking positions, you know, I mean, it was like textbook. It's kind of epic in this shitty area. And it was also a kind of a setup that we were in, you know, and those were real fighters, you know, that are there. That's where they had, it's the old Russian power plant where they had named the 101st guys that got, that they named them all up. Remember, they captured them, and that was that same area.
Okay.
Same bridges, same places where they found them. So we were in that area, and we're helping them out with, fires and all the different stuff, but we also got a sniper, you know, duties that we're doing. Well, man, we're taking like easy 20 rounds, probably more, but minimal, like 20 rounds of mortar fire within a 100-meter radius of the position that we're at. You know what I mean? Like, it's damn near dial, you know what I mean? They're just walking it, adjusting fire on each one. And it's along the, you know, along the river, so it's all that single canopy jungle, you know, where they're firing the mortars from. So companies are going out looking for them and that kind of stuff. So we're sitting there shooting all these rounds, and in this area that we're at is our position. And then you got the rest of the battalion is out there, is in an area. The mortars are at the near end. So you got the mortar tubes are there, the mortar gun teams, and in this little trailer, there's a pre-existing structure that was there, but it's literally a single-wide trailer that's there. The FDC guys, mobile ballistic computers, you know what I mean, the mortars, the mortar guys, they're in that trailer because they're running fire missions out of there. They're dropping, you know, mortars for the crews that are out. And we're just doing that. So we eat all those rounds, and we go and talk to the commands because they were friends of ours. So I was like, hey, they're dialing that position in, man. Number one, we're not staying there. And number two is like, hey, let's. You don't have to have that position. Like, we can cover that bridge, you know what I mean, back from over here. And they made the decision to keep guys there, and I don't fault them for it because it's conventional guys, you know, a conventional mindset, kind of die-in-place positions. You know what I mean? It's just, I understand it. I don't fault them for it at all. I'm BSing with a couple of the dudes, and you know, we're all kitted up. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you know, and man, then 82 millimeter mortar round lands 20 yards from me, and it landed in the trailer between the FDC guys right in between the two of them, right there. Somewhere around there, right there. in between them.
Damn.
So these two guys are hit. So I mean, it's super close. Got blown off my feet, broken wrist, knocked out for don't know how short or how long. But then come to, and then when I come to, there's nothing but I mean we ate the round, so it's just nothing but dirt and
Great snake variation. Durant? Rookie 1. Castles. Okay. E4. Okay, this might actually be the dumbest chess recording that we've done. What? Have you guys ever wondered how to beat people like who play like this? I'm sure you guys have experienced opponents like this, and you just don't know how to beat them because all their pieces are still there. So you're sort of worried about like the best way through. I really like this kind of approach by White, like slowly improving, making the right way forward, not allowing people to blockade. D5 here would be a big mistake actually, because after E5, like let's say White plays even one more passive move, like Black can get a very good King's Indian style position. The engine still thinks White is better because of stuff like this, but that's a lot harder to find. So I really like E5. I like the way White has played this, and now and only now going for D5. So Black, of course, goes here. Black is actually not that awful. I mean, oh, by the way, awful mistake here would be to give up all your light squares like this. Look at this, plus like 5. Isn't that insane? You can play one move, and the position goes from 0.6 to plus 5 in one move. That's kind of nuts, right? That's kind of crazy. So yeah. Anyway. Okay, F4. Queen D8. Go to your Twitch dashboard and check out the new charity function. It makes easier for your chat to donate to charity and doesn't cost you anything. Okay, I'm not doing that right now because we're in the middle of something right now. I don't know if you can tell, but what I'll do. Thank you for letting me know. But all right. Okay, so White is better because White has a very good structure and Black's king is on the verge of a very big attack. But isn't this also a free pawn? It is. Okay, I love this. I love the dark squared weaknesses here. Yeah, like rook f1, rook e1 is really nice, just getting the rooks over. Guys, why are you... Do you not realize we're recording for Guess the Elo? We got a dude in the chat. If we are in an endgame with 3 pawn and 2 rooks, and if all the 3 pawns is promoted to a queen, bishop, and knight for both sides, will it still be an endgame? Why are you... What are you doing? Like, what... We're in the middle of this. Why are you asking me some chess riddles? Answer it. YouTube, y'all my favorites, straight up. Queen A3. Wrong way. I mean, I get it. I get it. There's a weakness. I like this. Wow, Queen A3 is a good move, I gotta tell you. Getting out of the fork. But I would have liked to attack. But okay, you're gonna win the pawn. All right, you're gonna win. Oh my god. Wow. Knight D3. And then blocking the... Wow. 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 What do I think is the elo of White? The show is literally called Guess the Elo. Let the game... I might actually just straight up never do this again. Like, honestly, like, Twitch chat, y'all straight up ruined my life. Honestly, y'all straight up ruined my life. Like, I don't know what to say. Y'all straight up ruin the quality of my life. Like, I can't do this anymore, man. I can't do this. I'm done. You guys guess the own elo, man. White is winning. Is White gonna... Oh, there's no way White sees that, though. Oh! What? Is White cheating? How did they find that? Oh my god, oh my god. Guys, it's checkmate in 4 if White sacrifices a queen. Do you see this move? This is one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. Look at this move. Oh my god. And anywhere you go, there's a check and a follow-up check. Oh! That's unbelievable. That's actually... That didn't happen. That did not happen. But that is actually incredible. Wow. Okay, it's a draw. Now White is winning. Wait, what? What? Oh. Black had to give this check and then win. This is nuts. What a game. Goodness me, what a game. Rook f8. And you lose now, right? Yeah. Tough. That'll happen. Yeah. Makes sense that you... What? No chance! Did you actually win? Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. That's nuts. I got nothing. I have no clue what your rating is. It doesn't matter. It's one of the... I don't know. I have no clue. I don't want to know. This was, I don't know, 1600. Between 15 and 1600. Easily. 15, like 1500. Probably 1500 in time scramble at the end. I don't care. What a game. 1480. 1480. Wait, White closed his account? What? Wait, bro, why'd you close your account? What? Bro, what? This dude straight up deleted his account. Oh my god. And he wrote in the chat, too stupid to analyze. It's crazy. Recording a live episode and just people in the chat like, can you analyze my game instead? Like people asking me if you promote 3 pieces to queens, rooks, and bishops is still an endgame. Guys, this is just, I'm telling you, like, I can feel parts of my soul leaving every time I stream. Like, asking, okay. Yeah, this is a Hikaru sub. Everybody's been a different sub from a different channel. So A3 is a cool move because it stops bishop b4. It's not a bad move. Okay, I gave White a little bit too much credit. Clearly, White did not play A3 to prevent bishop. White just played a move because... Right? Knight c3, right? Here comes e4. Solid move. Solid move. Very solid. Okay, I don't understand. How are you going to play a3 preventing bishop b4, f3 and knight c3 preparing e4, and then play this? Oh, I know, it's because you're 500. Because you're 500. Wow, that's an amazing move by black. Yes, 2 pawns in the center. Excellent. Excellent stuff. I love this. Knight b6, castles, castles, good. Black is better. Black is playing against that isolated pawn, and white has a big weakness here. All right. Knight e4, good move. Yeah, white just did not develop pieces in a logical way here, so white is really struggling to develop. Yep. Fork! Oh, the bishop used to cover. Fork. Clean material win. But okay. Oh, the bishop is hanging. Wrong, bro. How did you see this but not this? Like, it's the same exact distance. 1, 2, 3, capture. 1, 2, 3, capture. You got the same, you're literally looking in the same direction of the board and you take the wrong thing. Crazy. Okay. Fantastic beasts and where to find them, no problem. Okay. Queen takes e6. Yeah, this is very complicated. Okay, I like that move. As long as you double up. Okay, you got to get out of there with the queen. Double up. Nice. Very complicated position. This is a total free-for-all. Total free-for-all. No idea. Okay, we attack the pawn. I would get in here with the queen. I would start harassing some pieces. Or there. It's completely equal, so black decides I'm going to sack my rook. I'm just going to give away my rook. For no reason. The reason, of course, is bishop d6, queen h2, and somehow white is just going to allow that, right? Like, we go from 0, 0, 0 to +8. White is just going to get... And the craziest part is that's not even mate. Like, you literally did that for no reason. Okay, the rook is hanging. Yeah, I mean, this is just game over. But I'm not sure it's game over, because now... Oh. Okay, so black wants this, so you have to stop that. Or you can sacrifice the rook for the bishop. Unbelievable. I mean, just bishop g5. And just, like, you just don't even... Crazy. You just don't even... Yeah. Wow. That's tragic. That's... Yeah, that's raw. Wow. I mean, it's like so obvious what the opponent is doing. Just like opening up your king, bishop goes out, and just you don't even. It's no respect at all. It's honestly, like I'm not even mad you blundered. I'm mad you have no respect for yourself. Like, what do you like? Like, how do you not like? In your mind, right? Like, folks, you go here, you're like, oh, he's not gonna see I'm attacking his rook. Oh, like, guys, do you not understand that they want to do the same to you? By the way, yes, can we respect the sub for submitting a game they lost? Folks, never get checkmated again, okay? Never get mated again. I want you all to promise me you are not gonna get mated again. Respect your own king. You don't respect your own king. You don't respect yourself. Now, the opening is really goofy. I'm getting 1000, 1100 vibes. Like people who don't really want to learn openings, but they're still solid enough for a while. But the game is also littered with like small blunders like this. And then the rook, but the rook sacrifice by black was clever. So I'm gonna say 1100. I'm gonna say 1080 up to 1180. That's the range. 1080 to 1180. Let's go see. I feel like the strategy was there. No, bro. No, bro. Nah, bro. Nah. 1700? Nah, no chance. No. No, guys, come on. No, there ain't no way, guys. Ain't no way, guys. Ain't no way. For real? For real, guys? 1700? Guys, why are you playing openings like that? Guys. But what? But like, actually, what, guys? No, but why? Oh, I also made a mistake. Wait. Oh, I made a huge mistake. Oh, guys, our sub was black. Guys, Gotham sub was black in this game. Guys, we did not submit a game that we lost. Guys, I made a mistake. Gotham sub played black in this game. I made a mistake. I just realized black was the one. Oh, dude, I like how you played your opening. Oh, I thought you were playing the opening with white. Oh, God. Oh, this is the worst guess the elo of all time. No chance. This is actually the worst guess the elo of all time. So many bloopers. I find like every time we record guess the elo. Wait, you're telling me a 1600 did not play bishop takes a2? Come on, brother. Brother. Oh, yeah, respect is rescinded, but... Oh, my gosh. Okay, I kind of dig the rook sacrifice, but like... This is crazy about white not seeing. Wow. Final game. All right, I really hope Gotham sub is actually black in this game. This is because I got a Caro. Yeah, I got a Caro for the last game. Wow. Yeah, because I recognized the username. I know that Atlas, Atlas Flame is a user. Atlas, are you in the Twitch chat? Some people have the same chess.com username and Twitch username. I haven't seen Atlas in the username. Wow, that's really funny. Wow. Oh, yeah, I had them playing the wrong color. That's really funny. Oh, God. Okay, well, shout out to Atlas for the nice sacrifice in the checkmate. I gave commentary completely in reverse for a game. Sick game. Amazing. All right, Caro. Final game against the elo. It has to be a Caro-Kann. We got to end on a good note. We gotta end on a good note here. Okay, knight c3 is just a bad move. It's not a good move. Yeah, you're very welcome for giving you credit for being a 600. By the way, it's not the worst thing in the world to take this knight. This bishop really sucks. Okay. Okay, bishop. Yeah, again, folks, I keep telling you, stop putting the bishop on b4 in the Caro. The bishop never goes on b4 in the Caro. The only time the bishop goes on b4 in the Caro, oops, is in the Panov. There's a variation where you play the bishop to b4. Otherwise, stop playing the bishop to b4. The bishop goes on d6. Or G7. Am I actually gonna upload this? No, obviously not. Why would I record an entire episode of Guess the Elo and then upload it? I'm obviously not gonna upload it, bro. YouTube isn't gonna see this, only for Twitch. Weird question, bro. So, White has no clue what they're doing. This is why I love the Karo Khan for newbies, because so easy to play with black. You castle, you can even set up a little checkmating attack here. Oops. And then you can play on the C file, and White just has no clue what they're doing. Alright? Ace? Okay, I don't like A6. Oh, God. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Oh, the Karo is easy to play, said Gotham. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Why are the knights going backwards? Literally, this is here. Like, this is... Why... One knight is back. Oh my God. Castle. Don't castle now. Castle. Oh, God. Oh, this is so disgusting. White thinks they're pinning us, but we have check. Please find it. Oh, now you can't even do it. Oh, but we see that. You see that one, but now you're gonna get hit with bishop f4. Oh, God.